All right, Big Bang. Today is Monday. It's June 28th. Welcome to the Dog Walk presented by Barstool Sports. Snake Draft Monday. Next week, obviously this weekend, is the 4th of July. So we're going to kick off the week with an America Snake Draft. Carl's out again, so we got Glenny Ball sitting in for him. And the guest of the day is Paul Bissonette. Biz, welcome to the Snake Draft. We're excited to have you, buddy.
Are you guys trying to make me look like a fool because of the American concept in this episode?
You spent enough
being
time here.
one of the only Canadian members of the company, and you're going to pick me for this topic?
But I thought
you got dual citizenship, don't you?
No, I actually don't, but my mother was born in Chicago, so she's American. But listen, I've lived in the States long enough, and I did a little bit of research, so I'm prepared. But I think you guys try to capture the low-hanging fruit. And I'll tell you what, I've never even listened to one of these because Whit talks about how much he loves it. RA does too. I didn't know if I was ever going to get the nod, so I wanted to go into it not knowing what to expect.
Biz, let me tell you this. You not only have the nod, I already have my next draft category for you.
What is it?
I can't tell you. We can't tip
That's
that.
against
but,
the rules.
Okay, yeah, it's okay.
But
If you listened, you would know.
I'm not lying, Biz.
You guys got to wait till you get all the great answers and collect them all and share them with each other, then invite your guest on. Oh, okay, I see how this works. You sick fucks.
No, it only felt right to have you on for the America draft, though, Biz. It just makes sense.
Hey, I love this country, and okay, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Do you know what? So do you know the premise? Do you know what we're doing today?
Yeah, basically throughout the topics, you're trying to think something. I would say not only a good answer, but you have an explanation as to why it's a good answer. That's kind of one of the things. Do you kind of try to create a conversation based off it? Do you guys argue with it? Do we debate it? Is that kind of how it goes?
Yeah, there's some shit talking that goes on for sure.
Okay. So I'm trying to sell my answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got it. It sounds like you got the gist of it then. All right, good, Biz. And Glenny, how we doing?
Good. How we doing?
Good. It's good to you.
Happy to be here. You know, I like America, so it's cool.
Yeah. Glenny fits like a glove in the America draft. Like I just knew. I was like thinking of some guys. I was like, Glenny would be good for this one.
For sure.
I enjoy this country. I think it's pretty cool. So happy to be here. Yeah, big time.
What's your favorite part about this country, Balls?
We're gonna get to it.
Yeah, I guess we'll get to it. You know,
Well,
freedom's cool.
I'm not saying like leak any future picks. I'm saying like in general.
I got my whole list right here. I did some research. I wrote everything out. I'm prepared.
He's got a
I don't
big
know.
board. He's got a big board.
That's good.
I like
He
that.
does.
Yeah.
Got to have the big board. Dave, you were a little feisty coming in today. There was construction.
Yeah, we were talking about this a few weeks ago. I wouldn't mind going back to 25% everything, people working from home. That was a joke.
Dave's praying for variance.
Yeah, the traffic was fucking awful getting to the office, and I live a mile away. It took me like 80 hours, but I was fired up, and
You think it'll affect your draft performance?
it won't affect my draft performance because I'm in the company of all you good people,
and you're
All right.
mentally tough.
Yeah, I got
And
SEAL
you've
Team
lost
6.
22 straight, so it really can't affect anything at this point besides
I could
help.
have the best answer for every single category, and I would lose, Ed.
He's
That's what
lost
it's been.
22 straight, Biz. Is that bad?
Does that mean he's going first?
No.
That just means that we've 22 in a row, 22 weeks in a row. David's
Well,
not
I know
lost.
that's pathetic. So I think we should handicap it to where maybe we let him pick first, maybe every subject.
I don't.
We could boost him up.
See that like the
Dave's
him a
gonna have the
booster
first
seat.
5 picks, and he still might not win.
that I wouldn't win. I would not win because
Yeah.
there's the people who vote are
Lemmings.
They're lemmings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you know about lemmings, Biz?
What's I don't know what that is.
It's this little furry rodent, and if one, all right, they're out in like cliffs in like southern Europe or some shit. I don't know where they're at, but they're little like hamsters basically. And if one jumps off the cliff, they're all like biologically programmed to jump off after it, and they all just commit suicide mass. So it's like basically
Come on,
big.
really?
Yeah, swear to God, you can look it up. YouTube videos everywhere on it. But it's
That's like
basically
the
just group
fifth version of Planet Earth, where they're like running out of shit to talk about. You learn about these things.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So essentially what he says, Biz, is that everyone's just following the leader. He is doing well, but
Yeah.
no one's really
They don't
has their
want
own
to vote
opinion.
for him because Dave's basically saying it's turned into a popularity contest.
No, I'm not. No, if it was a popularity contest, I'd win every week. But they do recognize that I am Like I could take a joke, but they like me being the butt of the joke, so they just keep running the same joke, and it's gotten old to me, if we're being frank.
All right. Before we continue, congrats to Nick Tarani, who won the Chinese food draft. He's not here, but congrats. So here's the subcategories. We are doing song.
Did you guys do like a fortune cookie portion?
We did. There was a
That was drafted.
It was
opening
drafted,
up fortune
yes.
cookies was drafted. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a chicken dish. It was like a side, another entree, an experience. Part of the Chinese food experience. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Biz, let me ask you a
go.
question. Is lo mein, is that a side or is that an entree?
That's the noodles, right?
Yeah.
I would probably, I guess, a side, because like you it's weird. It's kind of like you have your steak and potatoes. It's like the potato side. So is steak the
Dave
main
is so
piece?
mad now.
You fucked up. Now you're on my shit list right with Whitney.
Now you still hate Whitney?
Yeah, I hate Whitney. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
what's
a fucking
going on here?
cocksucker. Whitney?
Yeah, what's the beef?
He's just a fucking low life deadbeat degenerate cocksucker. There's not really beef.
But that's your favorite type of person.
Yeah, I like him. I like him a lot.
Are you from Chicago? Is it the Boston thing that bugs you?
That doesn't help. That does not help. I hate
I could
Boston.
see where
I
he
hate
comes
New York.
off as brash, and some people maybe
You
aren't
can
down
see
with
that he radiates it. It just fucking seeps out of every pore in his body.
At first, Whit wasn't a big fan of me when we originally played in the Pittsburgh organization. So I saw the other side of it. But once he realized I was harmless, like, it was kind of fun to be, I didn't take it, I guess, as seriously.
There you go. Maybe I gotta start doing that, but I
Yeah.
won't.
I like the rivalry.
I love Whitney. He's welcome back anytime. Okay, so
Good for ratings.
yeah, it's good. He's very good.
I'm sure we'll hear from him on Twitter. Like,
Oh, yeah.
as
Yeah,
soon as he listens
The
to this.
turtle
Yeah.
drift, the turtle gif that he made of you will be dropped.
Did he win when he was on?
He did actually.
He did win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you, who votes on that?
The people.
It's a Twitter poll.
This
It's a Twitter
is
poll.
an America draft. We let the people vote.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
By
he's
the
like the
people, for
only
the people.
guy I could see jam up Portnoy. Like, Portnoy's
Yeah.
usually on top of it all. You saw him with Brooks Koepka and how he had him on his heels for what, 2 minutes there? He couldn't recover. He got him on his heels and he just kept backing him up. And I tell you, Whit walks into that office. I think it all really started with that pizza review. And then Portnoy fumbled the pizza, and ever since, Whit's had him.
Drop the box. Yeah, you're right, Biz.
He does got Portnoy on tilt a little bit, and that's hard to do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely hard. All right. So, Biz, our social media guy, Danny, he has a number 1 through 5 behind his back. What do you think it is?
4.
4. It's 4, Biz. So you get to choose which pick you want, 1 through 5.
And mind you, it's a snake draft, so 5th pick you pick twice in a row, and then
You guys sent me the list. Is that the order in which it
No,
starts?
no. You could pick anything at any time.
Okay, I'll pick 3rd.
Okay.
okay.
Glenny, 1 through 4.
I'll go 5.
5.
1 through 4.
1 through 4. Oh.
Sorry, I'm
It doesn't
shot.
matter. You
I'm
said
sorry,
five.
I'm shot.
I'm shocked.
minus
I'm
one?
struggling, too.
I'll go 1.
Well, it's too
No,
late.
it's too late. You're out.
You're out.
I'm out?
You're
Yeah.
out.
What does that mean I'm out?
You
Well,
gotta,
that just
you
means
don't-
you
gotta you wait your turn.
You
and
missed
come
your
back
round.
around.
So 1
Oh,
through 1
come
through
on.
4.
My God,
Look, if he
this
says
is
1 through
Ballsy,
4,
I'm struggling too, man.
if he says 1 through 4 and you say 5, I'm sorry, you forfeited the right
We
to,
had our
to
company
come back
party
around.
last time. I'm not in the right mindset. I'm sorry.
Balls, you better get in the right
I was
fucking
coming
mindset.
into this nervous. I think I'm as confident as I've ever been in my life now that we got Glenny in. At least I know I'm not finishing last.
That's all that's important.
We'll see what happens.
All right, 1 through 4, Chief.
2.
Dave,
3.
4. All right, Balls, you won. What do you? I mean,
How ironic
what
is
the
this?
fuck?
Fuck you guys.
Hey, wait, he's
I'll
got to
take-
say it. Balls, what's the
What's
number?
the number?
I'm gonna. Sorry, I pick my pick now.
No, you got to
you
say
have
the
to
number.
say the right number.
There's only one answer now.
There's only
I
one
wasn't
left.
paying. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, well, you should have been paying attention.
Say the number.
3.
Nope.
3.
Nope.
That was for the last round.
I wasn't paying attention. Okay.
Okay. So now it's to Glenny again, 1 through 4, I guess.
Yeah. All right,
'cause
1 through
nobody got
4,
it.
Glenn.
1.
1. Chief.
3. I'll take the first overall pick.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Something up his sleeve. White Sox Dave, 1 through 3.
1.
2. All right, Glenn. 2, 4, or 5.
5.
All right, 5, 1 or 2, Dave.
1.
You want second or fourth?
I'll go second.
All right. Here's the order. Chief, White Sox Dave, Biz, Eddie, Glenny. Here's the 5 subcategories. Like I was saying, it's song, it's person, fictional or non-fictional. It's a landmark, and then a food. The song could also be America in the title, or it could be about America, so take your pick. Pretty straightforward from there. Food is one specific dish as well. It's not like can't take a whole fucking genre of cuisine, okay? All right, Chief, you're on the clock.
Taking football. I'm taking football. It's
you
my
fuck.
miscellaneous pick. I'm going football. It is the most American sport. It's the most popular sport. It's right there with hockey for me as that's my clear top 2. And you can't beat football. And that is as American as it gets, and I am thrilled.
Are you sure
it is a 1-1 pick.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure it's not the national pastime?
What?
Is it the national pastime?
It surpassed baseball. Yeah, the national. They called baseball the national pastime when like the games are on like radio. So this
It's
is
still
football.
not
It's
the
made for
national
TV.
pastime.
The TV ratings dwarf baseball. It is the number 1 sport in this country. Anybody who says otherwise, meaning you, would be a nincompoop.
I'm not saying.
It's
I'm just playing
football.
devil's advocate. I
Well-
mean, you didn't say anything wrong.
Yeah,
But-
football is king in America, and I've got it number 1. It is the 1-1 overall pick. There's no debating that. I dare somebody to nitpick football right now.
Do it, Biz. Nitpick on football. Tell them why football is a bad pick.
Well, I don't have any reasons off the top of my head. I think it's a pretty solid pick.
Hey, thanks, Biz.
Glenn, are you okay with that one?
Yeah, I'm kind of jealous.
Let's put it this way: it takes up a day of the week, so I think it's a great pick.
Yeah,
It's a holiday every day of the week.
I literally had college football circled. That was my first pick too. It's a great pick.
Thanks, Glenny. I'm off
Thanks
to
for
a
the
great
other
start.
answers too.
Yep.
Take him.
The other answers too.
Got my whole sheet.
Just showing us cards.
I had that on my board as well. Great pick.
Thank you.
It's one of those that like I was thinking maybe it'll slide. I could get it later, but
I didn't want to risk it.
But it's still a rock solid one to take
Yeah,
number 1 overall.
it's got to be first overall, and I knew if I wasn't able to draft it, that my only way to combat it would be to say it's not the technical national pastime of America, but it is. I mean, they don't even play it in other countries, really. I mean, I know they have the bullshit semi-pro teams that would like a D3 team in the States would fucking obliterate, you know?
Yeah.
It's an American sport top to bottom.
Biz, how popular is the CFL?
Yeah, that's a good question, actually.
You know, people in Canada like it. If I've criticized it online because there's some rules that there's a video online where these guys are essentially kicking the ball back and forth like it's rugby, and I think they call it a rouge where it's a 1 point. But
Yep.
if you can kick it back out of the end zone, they don't get the point because the end zone's like 30 yards deep. Whatever. There's so many stupid rules, I think. But if you criticize it, the hardcores lose it. They're as loyal as it gets. And I believe that the CFL is actually older than the NFL.
Oh, no
Really?
shit.
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's
it's
a fun
just
fact.
because you have to have a certain percentage of Canadians on the
It's
team.
like 70% or something. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not realistic to form a good league. And then on top of that, the money's not good. So these guys are pounding on each other where most of them are making like 50, 60, 70 grand. I think the highest paid quarterbacks, I don't know, maybe they're making about $1 million now. That's the highest paid, but
You know.
for a while there, it was, 400 or 500 grand. So
Yeah. They've had some
I mean,
good
you know,
ones.
it-
Flutie,
it
Warren
was-
Moon.
I
didn't know
consider
Warren.
it the ECHL version of the NHL
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
ECHL to NFL to CFL.
Okay. All right, American football, great 1-1 pick, Chief.
Thank you very much.
White Sox, Dave, you're up.
I'm going with the top food on the board, and if any of you fucking try to veto this, I'll kill you. I'm going with pizza. Do not try to do it. It's American as it fucking gets.
I think you got to take a style, bro. I do.
like
So
Like, I think you'd have to take a certain style. In my opinion, I really do.
can I tell you something?
What?
I watched this History Channel show this week, and they basically made the argument that pizza as we know it, which has become the pizza all over the world, was invented by the Pizza Hut guys in Wichita. Like all the mozzarella, all this. Like I was prepared to take that. I thought that would slip, and I was going to take pizza because I thought everybody would be like, "Oh, it's an Italian food."
Right.
The Italian version's way better. It's like day-old dough that they didn't use for bread. It's like thick, and they have just like a little bit of sauce and a little bit of cheese. What we think of as pizza, that was invented right here, in the good old U.S. of
I
A.
get your point. So Dave gets Pizza Hut then.
I think he
No.
can just get pizza. I don't think he has to take pizza.
That was a joke.
Okay.
But I don't know. I think you should do a style.
I'm not vetoing.
Glenny's
That's
one
a
of-
trash pick, I think. That's a trash pick. I don't think he needs style. I mean, what do you think? You got to give him like deep dish New York
Dude.
slice? I don't think so.
balls. If you're watching a football game, what are you getting? You're getting pizza. If you got a fucking New Year's Eve party, what's there? Pizza. It
Dave,
is
I think you just lost that
omnipresent.
draft. I think you just lost this draft
It
with
is
that pick. That's all I'm saying. I think
omnipresent
you lost the
in
draft.
all of our lives. It's every American's favorite food.
I
on the
now know
planet.
why you haven't won a draft in 22 drafts.
It's as American as it
but
can
its origin is Italy.
possibly be.
This is an American draft. You don't think pizza? Like I don't think America and pizza.
Yeah, balls is a great point. I understand where you're coming from, but at the same time,
This is like a 4th of July. Are you eating pizza on 4th of July, Dave?
You could.
Could, yeah.
No, you're not.
no.
You
What do you
seen
think,
people
Biz?
do-
I think you are. I think it's the most convenient food. I think that's why Dave probably saw it as not only an opportunity financially, but also because he loves pizza. And what's more American than taking someone's original idea, aka maybe stealing it and making it better, and then each sector and each state
Whoa.
making it their own
the
different
American
way.
way.
In the which you have this shitty deep dish Chicago pizza that's fucking brutal. But guess what? People from Chicago have been brainwashed to like it. But nonetheless, I digress. You can go to New York and have New York style. There's probably maybe different styles out in California where it's a little more
Exactly.
healthy.
Avocado pie.
A little more health conscious.
Going off of
yeah.
that, like every part of the country has their own style of American pizza.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think it's a good answer.
Dave, I'm just saying if I walk into a barbecue next week during 4th of July and they're serving me pizza, I'm walking the fuck out. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Oh
That's your
yeah.
prerogative.
Okay.
Sure you
so
are,
if you're
Glenn.
fucking
Sure
at
you
a
are,
party,
Glenn.
if you're at that
You're
party,
fucking
if you're at
nibbling
that
at that
party,
pizza.
it's like, hey, there's a couple.
It's not an American food.
There's a couple pies over there. You're not going to go over and grab a slice.
No, I'm going to
Balls.
go eat a hot dog like a normal person.
Balls.
Okay.
Balls. If you're telling me,
Hot dog's
when's the
also a
last
good
time?
answer.
Like, what's a really nice Manhattan Italian
Dave.
joint?
I'll see you on 23, Dave.
Balls. Balls. What's a really
See you
nice
on
Italian
23.
joint in Manhattan?
I don't
Do
know.
they
fucking
serve
like
pizza
Scarpetta.
there?
So,
Do they serve
for
pizza
like-
there?
I'm not really sure.
Probably not.
But
because
this
it's
is
not
where
Italian.
But this is where it becomes a argument versus your lemmings thought process, Dave. People will see it and be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Like, so that's
That's
where
all I'm saying.
people will
Like,
think.
like,
"What the
for,
fuck?"
like for example, let's say a great American person I have on this list, and I don't think any of you guys are going to pick, so I'm going to say it. Like, let's say I said Frank Sinatra. He's an American dude, but you don't associate Frank Sinatra with America.
It's a good point.
I see what Glenn's saying, but I think pizza plays. I think Dave's gonna get
I
some
see that
votes on
kind of scares me now because he sucks at
I'm
drafting.
better,
Correct.
way
Yeah,
better. I'm way better than
that's-
you.
Now I'm fucking terrified.
That's
I'm way
scary.
better
All
than
right,
you.
pizza off the board. America, pizza. Biz, you're up, bud.
I'm still a little rattled that Glenny Balls is Frank Sinatra comment.
Yeah, that rattled me too.
That's what
You know what? No, you know what he's trying to do? He's trying to say that as if we're like, oh yeah, and then we don't pick him in another round
No,
regarding something else.
but I
Yeah,
don't
you're
think
playing
Frank
fucking
Sinatra-
mind games. I know what you're doing. Let's
I
go
don't
to my
think-
pick.
Stop.
Does he always play mind games like this? I don't listen to the show.
I don't do mind games. I'm the last mind games person. I'm being honest with you. I don't think you don't associate Frank Sinatra in America, but he's an
Yes.
American guy.
I'm on the same page as you, Balls. I'm thrown off, but
I had written down for this is miscellaneous, right?
You can do
well,
anything.
whatever you want. You could do whatever
Yeah.
you want. You could take the food. You could take the song first. Whatever you want, Biz.
Oh, I get to pick whatever. I didn't
Yeah,
realize
you
I
could-
get to
you
jump
can
around. I
bounce
thought
around.
we stayed
Yeah,
on
yeah,
top.
You
yeah.
have
You
to
can pick
check
whatever
all
you
5
want.
boxes by the end of the draft, but you can go in any order
Like
you
Chief
want.
took miscellaneous. Dave just took food. So you could go food here. You could go song. You could go person, landmark, whatever you want.
I'm gonna go landmark.
Okay.
And I'm going to pick Hollywood.
The sign?
Ooh.
That's
The
a good.
Hollywood
That's a good
sign.
answer.
I feel that, this is probably the biggest country in the world as far as people who are obsessed with fame, where, you go somewhere and there's like thousands of people running after Justin Bieber. So obviously everybody
Well, he's
wants to head to
Canadian.
Hollywood to see if they could be the next big star. Is that fair? Is that fair to say?
Biz, honestly,
think that's
I
a
had it
good
on my
answer.
board, and I honestly was like, I don't know how this is going to be received, but I agree with you. Like,
Yeah.
it's an iconic
Yeah.
sign.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
And I think it's a thing where, like, I don't know, it's like a sign that, like, you think of, like, glam. I don't know, you think of a lot
Yeah.
of shit where you're like, oh, that's it.
A lot of people move there for the opportunity to live the American dream.
The hope,
That'd
yes.
probably be the number one place where people gravitate toward. Maybe that and New York City, but I would say the Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I think
Bright
that's a good pick,
lights.
Biz. I think it's high. I think first round is high.
I think it's
Yeah.
high too. I think
Yeah.
you could have got that later.
Yeah.
I thought about it, but then I was like, I fucking hate all those Hollywood type people.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
so
it's-
I didn't want to draft it. Do you know that they used to say Hollywood?
I don't think I
Land?
really get the concept of this game.
Why? What don't you understand?
Yeah, which part?
I thought you picked the topic and then like it went in order between each guy.
Oh,
so now
no,
there's
no.
a lot of jumping around, and I'm kind of like looking at my notes here, and I thought Hollywood would have been a good answer, but you're saying, yeah, don't pick that first. You could have got it later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you probably could have gotten.
But just looking around, like I already know. I mean, granted, you don't listen to the show, so this hurts you. But I already know Chief is going to take some very historical meaning
Probably,
type of
yeah.
landmark, probably.
Yeah.
Now,
Whereas like
you-
Hollywood will probably stick around on the board longer. But that's because that's
Yeah.
because I've done every show.
You
know
just
me,
took
yeah.
a right winger that should be pretty good, and you like him, and he fits right away. But like, you could have got him in the third round instead of the first round.
Okay. Well, Hollywood.
Was that a good
That's my
analogy for the
answer.
hockey guys in the room?
Sure.
Glenny, you want to pick it apart?
I'm not gonna lie to you, Biz. I have 8 landmarks written down. Hollywood never even crossed my mind when I was thinking landmarks.
Okay.
Well, let's
Holly-
see what you got, balls.
Hol-
No, it's Eddie's.
Yeah. How'd that make you feel? It wasn't on his board, Biz.
I think we seem to have different opinions on a lot of things.
Biz, I love Hollywood. I think Hollywood's a great place. I every time I go to LA, I make it a point to drive by the Hollywood sign. I just don't think of it as like a national landmark, you know?
Maybe
I
you
think
should.
a lot
I
of,
think,
I
like,
think a
going
lot
out
of
of your
this
way to
next
see it every
generation is on their phones, and they view that as an actual landmark. I don't think they know a lot about history.
Is it an
nor,
actual
nor do I
landmark
think that
even?
they care.
It probably is, right?
From a mass standpoint.
I think
They
if
just
you
want to go to
polled,
Hollywood.
Like every person on the planet, 8 billion people, and you said the Hollywood sign, they'd know exactly what it is.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Thank you. They don't know where the Liberty Bell is. So if you have that on your list, you're a fucking idiot.
kind of just brush it off ourselves, if that's
Yeah.
appropriate way to put it.
It's not. It wasn't like commissioned by the government,
Right,
You know,
right,
like
right.
it's definitely it's a good pick and it is a landmark. But like when I think of landmarks, I think of things that are like, like they're
Yeah.
built for and paid for by the government.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. It's to me. I'm bouncing between two. I'm worried Glenny's going to swipe one. But I feel so strong about this being a number one pick, a first round pick. So I'm going to go miscellaneous, and I'm going to take the fucking flag.
Nice.
The flag, I mean, it's on every piece of merch designing. The flag is synonymous with America.
I mean, every country's flag is synonymous with their
Sure,
country.
but still, I mean, the flag is a miscellaneous pick. I think it's.
It's a
I'll say
shocking.
this,
It's a
we-
shocking pick by
It's a
Redhead.
layup.
By Redhead,
yeah,
it's
he's
a,
trying
it's
to
a
pander right
shock.
now.
Yeah, he's trying to be
Oh,
red, white, and blue
yeah.
head for once. Yeah.
I will say this: I think America, and I don't know if this is biased or not speaking, it's a sexy flag. It's a
Good
smoke
flag.
show of a flag.
It's a good flag. I don't know who else I would have in that category.
That has a good flag like
yeah,
that.
Argentina's got a good flag. I watched them play the other day.
I don't know who else has a good flag. Do you like Canada's flag, Biz?
I like Canada's flag.
yeah, Canada's
Oh,
got
I
a good
think
flag.
Canada's
Clean.
flag is beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't like when
I'm
there's too much going on.
I like how symmetrical it is.
Yep. I don't know why do they have that maple leaf though? What is that symbolic of? They just like we got a lot of trees.
It's a great question.
Stumped them. Stumped them. It is a good looking flag though. I'll give you that.
I mean, yeah.
I feel very good about getting the flag.
It's a good
Very
pick.
good.
It's a good pick. I mean,
Ballsy.
I think the people who know you will see right through it.
Yeah.
And they're like, this guy hates America. He has no business picking that flag, and they're not going to be convinced.
I couldn't. Glenn, would you have taken that or no?
No, I did not have flag written down. It's a great pick, though. I mean, who doesn't love the flag?
Yeah. So, all right, miscellaneous is the flag. Ballsy, you're up.
So now I'm going 2 picks here.
Yeah, you could do one, and then we'll break it down, and then we'll do the next one after.
All right, so I'm gonna go. My first pick. I'm gonna go miscellaneous.
Okay.
And I don't know if this is in the food category or not, but I'm just gonna go with the cold brewski.
Just beer?
Beer.
Can you
Veto?
Can I take that?
veto?
Veto?
Why not? How?
It's been.
So-
beer is
How could Dave take pizza and I can't take beer?
Beer has been around since the fucking ancient Egyptians.
Yes.
Egyptians and the Sumerians were drinking beer.
How could Dave take pizza? I can't take beer.
Beer, because we invented the pizza the way you know it. Beer has been around longer,
Yeah.
well longer
So I
than
can't
America.
take beer
Every
in
single
the American
place,
draft.
every
don't do it
single
the best.
place in the world has
in
beer.
Ireland or Germany? Like Ireland people or Irish people are known for being drunk.
People in
and-
Italy make pizza better than us.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
They actually make pizza how we make it now.
They
We
use
don't
like
even
buffalo
use their.
mozzarella and shit.
That's fucking awesome. Yeah, but
So
we
I
do
can't
that
use
too.
beer.
I think
you can.
I think maybe there's an argument for domestic beer.
Yeah, if you want to draft a
Which
Miller Lite.
makes me like domestic beer, right?
Yeah.
Because I just looked it up. I looked up beer. There was no origin. Domestic beer says usually refers to any big name beer brewed by an American company.
Yeah, you want
I'm off beer. I'm off beer.
Okay.
It's bad vibes. I don't want
veto.
Bad vibes.
it. I'm taking it back. Keep it.
Balls,
Fuck
do you
guys.
want to reevaluate my pizza pick
I'm
and
gonna
how
go with
I'm
the
already
song
lost?
first overall.
Ooh, don't take it, balls. This is what I was between
Fuck.
two.
Yeah.
What do you take?
I know what he's doing.
No, I don't think you're gonna. I don't think it's gonna be what you guys are thinking. But it's It's my favorite song with the word America in it. That's about America. So I'm gonna go first overall. American Girl by Tom Petty.
Okay. Great. It's a great song.
Yeah,
It's a deep category to pick.
It's a very
Yeah.
deep category.
To go
So
to
I don't.
first round.
I have a lot of shit written down. That's one of my least bigger categories. So I wanted to get that out of the way.
really, I thought it was the
Yeah.
deepest one, and that's a thing where it's like I don't know how to criticize that because it's so deep, but that's a great song. So it's
Great song.
Yeah.
It's personally my favorite song on the list. I have a lot of landmarks. I have a lot of people. I have a lot of food. So I wanted to get that out of the way.
Okay.
You want to sing us a couple bars?
Oh yeah.
All right,
Take it easy,
baby.
baby.
Make it
great
last,
song.
make it last all
It's
night.
a great live music song. It's a great
Sure
live
is.
music song.
Yeah.
Did you like when Carmela Soprano was talking to Tony and they were playing American Girl and he was on his deathbed and he like came to and survived after it?
That was pretty cool. Yeah.
Biz, you enjoy American Girls, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like them. Yeah.
Oh, you asked me or balls?
Oh, you said Biz? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was kind of like the flag answer where it's like it was kind of so obvious and it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, there's no fun in that, right? Biz, what's your favorite part about American Girls?
Like the women themselves.
Yeah.
Well, I'm, you know what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're beautiful in Canada as well. I would say that they're a little bit like bustier. Like I'd never seen fake breasts like I'd seen when I moved to Scottsdale for the first time when I was playing for the Coyotes. So you're just like, holy shit, like these, like, you know,
Jams.
Keep going, keep going.
But
we'll
it was
ping-pong a little
what
bit.
it was different than Canada. So all of a sudden I've grown up in Canada my whole life and, you know, seeing something and, you know, you go to different places of the world. Hey, I like it all, you know. I mean, I'm pretty. You like the whole buffet at some
say
point.
you're at a bottled blonde in Scottsdale and a nice
Yeah,
blonde,
you-
big titted,
bolt-ons.
fake titted,
Bolt-ons.
bolt-ons. What are you saying to that girl?
Nothing anymore. I don't go to those places anymore.
Well, just
But
hypothetically
when
speaking.
Back in the day, it was a good time. I had my fun. I had some crazy experiences. I got to be respectful about it now. Why are you guys laughing like
We're-
that?
Well,
not
because
laughing.
here's Biz doesn't listen to the show, so we got to explain this to him. White Sox Dave has a history on this show talking about how much he loves breasts. So when you said that, it
Except
got
I don't
him.
call them breasts. I call them like fat tits.
Yeah, it got him excited, Biz. So that he wanted to bond with you over.
Yeah. A pair of fat American tits.
Yeah, I didn't really want to go too deep into it.
Man, you've changed.
You and Dave are very different on that.
Yeah.
He loves going
In
deep.
fact, I'll go as
into
far
it.
to call you a bitch for that.
Sure.
Wow.
Man, I'm a liberal Canadian. I don't take offense to that. But then if we were in person, I don't think you'd bring the same fucking energy because I'd put you on the floor in about 3 seconds.
Hey, I got a little scrap in me. You don't think I got scrap in me? I'll take you and that fucking butt chin idiot Whitney 2-on-1.
Oh God, this is good.
American Girl, Tom Petty.
Did you ever play sports?
Yeah, I played sports. Look at me.
What's anything like remotely competitive, like college? Or?
College baseball.
Okay, yeah. You ever charge the mound?
I tried to get someone to charge him out on me, but he wouldn't do it. I
Oh,
hit
you
him.
were a pitcher?
I pointed at his head, and then I threw it at him. And then he tried to steal second base, and the second baseman and him got in a brouhaha.
You want no part of you, huh?
No, I wanted no part of me.
Why, if you have this much aggression and rage, why don't you fight in a rough and rowdy?
I've challenged.
He's been asking Carl for years.
I've challenged Smitty multiple times. Smitty won't do it because he says he's got a bump shoulder.
Wow. And
Yeah.
and I would say you're pretty undersized compared to him, no?
He's got me by an inch or two.
He's big.
He's got the weight too. Then
He's tall.
Yeah.
Smitty's like 6'3", probably
he's
220.
deceptively tall. Deceptively
Yeah,
tall.
he's gotten dad fat.
so
now,
he won't go yet.
No, he won't do it. He said he
Why
wants
not?
someone- he says he's got a bum shoulder. I'm like, if you're so tough, you won't need that shoulder.
Will you fight him, Biz? Will you fight Dave?
No,
No.
Why not?
I don't think you're a big enough draw. I would want to get paid.
Ooh. Wow. Honestly, I would have rather him said that I would have gotten like he would.
Hey, what?
dismantle
Fuck
me.
you guys! You can't. You can dish it, but you can't take it back over there in Chicago, or what?
No, I wanted him to say like because I would fucking pound his face into a fucking catcher's mitt.
No,
But
no.
like that was
I don't
even
care
worse.
if I want to lose. I just want to get the money.
I respect
Biz
that.
is
That's
a
very
businessman.
American of you, Biz.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. That's my miscellaneous answer.
Getting paid.
All right, American Girl, Tom Petty. Glenny, you're up again.
All right, I think I'm just gonna take what Dave said before. I'm pretty confident in my food, landmark, and people, and I'm pretty stumped on miscellaneous. So I'm just gonna take baseball.
Okay.
Okay.
Does that hurt you, Dave?
No, not at all.
I'm a little worried. I'm confident in everything else. Baseball's a very easy miscellaneous. I'm going baseball.
I think it's tough when you take the second place thing in a particular category. So like if you're going for people who want to take a sport, there's very few people who are taking baseball over football. So I think you did yourself
it might
a
be a bad
disservice.
pick, but my miscellaneous shit I have written down. I'm really not confident in. And
Okay.
national pastime. I'm going baseball. I'm very confident in my last 3 picks. This is gonna be a backloaded draft for me.
Okay.
Okay.
But you yourself would take football over baseball, correct?
100%.
Okay.
I had college football written down. First overall pick.
This is getting ugly.
100%. I'm hoping to get some baseball votes.
Biz, how do you feel? If you caught on, do you feel like you're in a groove here?
Yes.
Okay.
I
You're
feel
ready.
like I'm
You're ready
getting
for
better.
that next pick.
Good. Okay, so baseball, Glenn, I think it's a good pick. But like I said, football hurts it, obviously. I'm so curious.
100%. I'm just stumped on miscellaneous, frankly. I'm confused.
I'm so curious on what your last 3 picks are that you think they're
Yeah,
so good.
that they're so fucking good.
I have 5 things circled on each of these things, and I'm confident in all 5 of them. So I'm confident in my 15 answers that I have.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. All right. Baseball off the board. It's back to me. It's just tough, man. I'm going to go with song. I really like this song. I know song is deep, and I understand that people might think they're better ones, but I think America the Beautiful by Ray Charles is a beautiful song.
That was my next pick.
It reminds you of the sand a lot, and I think that's a
4th
perfect.
of July, fireworks.
Yep, that's a perfect scene.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, all the boys just playing baseball, night game. It's a beautiful song. It really is.
I'm trying to look it up right now. I remember hearing, I want to say a teacher told me this back when I was in high school, that they considered turning it into the national anthem.
I think they should. You took the words
Really?
out of my mouth. I think
Yeah.
I think that's a better song. Like I think
It's a beautiful
we have a
song.
great flag. I think our anthem, like Canada, objectively speaking, a better anthem. I've been watching the Euro tournament. They got all these guys who are singing their hearts. I don't know what they're saying, but they're like so into it. And like that's like the Scottish song. Can't understand them. It's a better song. Gets you more hyped than our anthem.
I want to say the national anthem, that wasn't even supposed to be a song. It was supposed to just be a poem that they like adopted into a song by Francis Scott Key or whoever it was.
Could
But
be.
Something like
I can't verify this, but I swear to God I've heard it before. Regardless, it's
That's never stopped you before
the
from saying
one. Well, yeah.
Never stopped
Since
you.
when do you check sources and
Yeah.
verify things?
Nice little Yingling
I mean,
at the Chinese buffet.
I'll skim Wikipedia pages,
Nice little Yingling.
and we're talking about that at the end of the draft, by the way.
Sorry. Biz, are you familiar with the song?
You've
I
heard
agree
it,
with
even if you
the
don't
comment
know you heard it.
about you kind of want a good anthem song.
Yeah.
You know, the banger, kind of like a Rough Riders anthem where the fucking crowd can like at least drop a few. Yeah, I would agree that the American anthem doesn't have that.
That pop.
Hey, let me
pop.
ask you this, somewhat off topic. When the Hawks were like, I don't know if they were ever any. Well, they would have been, yeah, in like '08 or whatever. What's it like in the United Center for the opposing team when they do the anthem there? Because
That's a prime example. Like people were upset. I think from other markets, they maybe just didn't understand it.
Right.
I don't know how it became a thing in Chicago,
I don't even know.
but
I do.
it was, yes, that was the only time I've heard the American anthem where I was like, this is hype.
Yeah.
yeah,
Because it kept getting louder and louder
Yeah.
and louder, and the guy, mind you, the guy singing it was an electric
He's
factory,
awesome,
so
yeah.
he gets you into
Big
it
Jim.
on top
Jim
of that.
Cornelison, yeah.
Yeah, so that, more of that, please.
Yeah, I think the United Center is the only place where the anthem gets
Yeah,
you
I've
going
been to
that way.
a Bears game where he sang the anthem and they did it there too. So it kind of follows him, which is awesome.
I
well,
feel
but
like
it was Wayne Mesmer before him.
Yeah.
Like this goes back to they started doing that
92?
it was 90 or 91. They had the All-Star game during the Gulf War. And there was just like a spontaneous thing where people started. It was in the
Just
old
going nuts.
Yeah.
Chicago Stadium, and people just started going nuts and screaming and cheering, and it just became a tradition from then on to cheer the anthem.
So for people who don't know, I feel like we didn't explain this great. So everywhere you go, they cheer the last couple verses. In Chicago, people go nuts from the
Scream.
jump.
They
from
Like,
start-
you hear
Yeah.
Osei,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
goes like
It'll be the
insane.
loudest part of the game a lot
Yeah.
of times.
a lot of time, yeah,
Yeah.
No, so that's sick. But
It gives me the chills when it's a fucking playoff Blackhawks game.
That's unbelievable.
It's
The
the
best.
best.
was America the Beautiful on your board, Glenn?
No.
That was my next pick.
Was it?
100%. It was
It's not.
100% my next pick. Yeah.
Beautiful song.
It was on mine.
Is it? I love it. So, all right, off the board. Biz, back to you.
I was going to go to song, and I kind of had a correlation to a movie as well. James Brown, Living in America.
Great.
Ooh, great one.
On my
And-
board as
Rocky,
well.
dude.
I mean, and then you go back to Rocky, which is, the ultimate, fighting the adversity, coming up from nothing American story. And in Rocky 4, you're going against another country. And in the intro, he's coming in. He's got the American gloves on and la, 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 like teasing the Russian, and then boom, he's dead.
Yeah.
But
So Living in America by James Brown. I think that your song pick was great. I hope that people give mine strong consideration, given that.
I think it's
you got
great.
to think of you said Sandlot,
Yeah.
unreal movie, but come on, Rocky 4, American gloves on, little shimmy shake on the intro.
yeah,
great.
and the intro's awesome. It's a great. It was a good
Yeah.
pick, Biz. It was
I
on
think
my
it's a
board
great
as
pick.
well. It's an electric song, and it'll get people going too. You can play that whenever, and it's like it'll make you a little jumpy. So I like it, Biz. Good pick.
Thank you.
Was that on your board, Glenny?
It also is not, but that was very good as well.
Gotcha.
I love that song. Great song.
Okay. White Sox Day. Back to you.
I'm going Landmark, and I'm down to 2, but I'm gonna have to get Biz's take on this because he's the foreigner, we'll call it. I'm going with the Statue of Liberty. I'm fighting with myself with the other one that's very obvious, but the Statue of Liberty. When you think of America, you think Statue of Liberty. Like, is that the first? Well, outside Hollywood, I guess, is that the first like national monument you'd think of as someone from Canada, or would it be something else?
I said Hollywood. I meant Hollywood sign. I think
Yeah,
somebody
well,
corrected
everybody
me.
understood that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair because when I think of Paris, I think of the Eiffel Tower.
For sure.
Now, I believe that the Statue of Liberty was a gift from France.
From France
was it
after
not?
World War II, yeah. Or was it one?
Not World War II, Dave.
It was one, right?
I think it was 100th. I think it was like
before
18.
that.
I think it was like the 1870s. It was like our 100th anniversary of being a country. It might have been.
Oh, I thought it was a gift for like saving their asses in fucking.
They should give us
Omaha.
another gift for
yeah,
that.
they should.
Yeah.
Those fucking
see.
French yellow
I think
bellies.
it's an excellent answer because you're thinking in the mind frame of the history of the country, which
Right.
like obviously you guys have amounts respect for, so you're trying to go there with
You
it. I
saying
just
you
went
don't?
with
I mean-
more more people. What's that?
Are you saying you don't have an amount of good amount of respect for America?
No. I'm saying he's acknowledging it with his answers. I said the Hollywood sign, where I'm more thinking about like the Hollywood sign is something that is world renowned about America more to today's standard.
Yeah. So
That's fair.
So, but great answer.
the statue was dedicated 1886. It was given
Wow, I
to
was
us.
way
It's actually copper.
Yeah,
So
it
the
was-
reason
it
it's
was-
that color is because of
Oxidation.
Yep.
I knew that.
So it was for the 100th anniversary. So
Hey, that was a nice gift. Thanks, France.
Yeah, thanks, France.
That was,
Was,
that was a nice gesture.
We like gestures.
I like
Yeah.
a good gesture, and that was a really nice gesture.
I was between that and my song. Would the song have gotten back to me, or would you have taken it?
My hope was to get the song and then the statue on the wrap.
Okay. So
That was,
I'm happy
and I
about
was,
the song.
I'm like, if I could get those three, I think I got a chance. Because I still like pizza.
Good, that's a great pick, dude.
Yeah, I
mean,
was gonna
it's-
I mean,
I was
the
gonna take it here.
nickname of America is the Land of Liberty, Statue of Liberty. It's like
It's a great pick.
Yeah,
I mean,
But it
it's
was also a gift, and Hollywood was built by Americans.
I
in
mean,
a sense
the
of-
French
The
did
Hollywood
build it.
sign. The Hollywood sign. Yeah, they did.
Oh, they did.
They
so
built
they did
it-
everything,
they
like
built it,
manual
put-
labor and everything.
Well, they built it, put it on boats, and then it was reconstructed on Liberty Island.
yeah,
There you go.
I've been there.
That's like a process to do in 1887. If we're
That's why
being
it
honest.
took
That
them
sounds
10
like-
years to like.
It's
hey,
like
That sounds like quite the process.
It's like IKEA furniture. It's like, hey, we got you something, but you guys got to put it together. Here's your Allen key.
Ballsies. I don't know. Maybe New York Tom could. Do people? Is that a thing? People get really mad that it's on the Jersey side.
Is it
It's-
technically?
So here's the thing. It's technically on both.
yeah.
Oh, really?
It's like in New Jersey water, but like above the sea belongs to New York. It's very confusing.
They had like a lawsuit about it. I think.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Do you know Tom?
It's just something people from Jersey love to bring up to like try to claim something.
From New York City.
It's technically like New Jersey,
So
right?
I want to say that New Jersey and New York fought over Staten Island, and the way that New York got
could have
Staten
them.
Island, they had a boat race around the entire island between a New York person and a New Jersey person, and the New York person won. So New York got
That
That's,
is a good fact.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's
Someone
disrespectful.
verify
Wait,
that.
we
I'm
fought
not
for
positive.
Staten Island?
I never knew that.
I would give Staten Island up in a heartbeat.
No, that's
Straight
disrespectful.
back.
I have friends in that island.
I have friends
Rico.
there too.
Big friend Rico Bosco. Don't say that. Statue of Liberty, good pick, Dave.
I think that's the best pick so far. I mean, this is an American draft. It's Statue of Liberty, goddammit.
Chief, you're up.
Great gesture by the French again.
All right, I'm taking barbecue. So I feel like that pairs nicely with my what?
I think that's a cuisine, bro. I think you got to take a
That's too
certain
much.
meat, yeah.
I got like multiple barbecue items on my list right now.
Yeah. You got to take one thing.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. But that's easy. You could fucking
Yeah, come
pivot
on.
from that.
What are you? Come on.
What are you doing?
That's a veto. I mean, that's
You
it's
can't-
Yeah,
not-
I literally said before you need
Yes.
one dish.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like Texas barbecue where you have
Understand.
the smoker with all the
Yeah.
stuff in
Yeah.
it.
Well, what's the main thing you think of when you think of that? What's the food item?
You're thinking way too much, man. There's an easy layup if you want to go food.
I know there is, but I like the things that I prefer. But anyway, so I'll go to the monument if that gets
All right.
that gets vetoed.
Yeah.
And I'll go. Man, I fucking hate you
Biz,
guys
how
right
you-
now.
Biz,
I-
how-
you know what? I'm going back to food. I'm taking cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Biz,
Yeah,
how
I
you
mean, that's
enjoying
easy.
how you enjoying the two veto system right now?
He's starting to talk like the Canadians.
I kind of want somebody to give a bad answer. I don't understand the veto aspect from other people.
One of my favorite parts so far of this draft is kind of explaining to Biz how it works.
So Biz, like if Dave tried to take like the Eiffel Tower for some reason, we could just be like, oh, veto. Like you can't take that. That's not American. Like
And
so
if two people veto,
then you're out. So
Yeah.
I took barbecue, which I think is fine because to me that's like the same as taking pizza.
it's American as shit, but it encompasses many different foods. So you got to pick one of the food. Ed said that very clearly.
Yeah. It was very clear.
I don't think I'd be stupid enough to make that mistake, but I'm not necessarily going to call a veto on him.
I don't think it's any different than taking pizza.
There's different food in barbecue. There's
Different
30
types of
different
pizza.
dishes.
There's different types of barbecue.
Yeah, you could
There's
take
not
mac and
different types
cheese
of
and
pizza.
cheeseburger.
Fuck yeah! There's not different types of pizza. What are you talking
on.
about?
It's the same ingredients. This is different foods.
Yeah,
Same
different meats,
spices.
different animals.
Chief, come on.
All right, well, I already moved on from it.
I know you stole burgers and we got Glenny on it. Booze and burger. That's
This is literally different animals on barbecue. There's pigs. There's cows.
Yeah, I
there's
like them
chickens.
all. I wanted them all. Okay.
Biz, you like cheeseburgers?
I tend to do them without the cheese, or
Hamburger.
if I'm doing like 2 or 3 patties, I'll do like 1 slice of cheese. So yeah, I don't mind it. I just don't like heavy cheese.
Okay. Is that why you don't like Chicago style pizza? Are you lactose intolerant? Does it jam
No,
you up?
I'm not crazy about the way that they make the dough. Hey, listen, maybe you guys got a couple places you could bring me where I'd be a little bit more open-minded to it, but I played with a guy named Vincent Laverty. Won a Calder Cup with him, not a big deal, in Manchester, and he would have his parents like ship it in with like the frozen kind, and I was like, this stuff fucking sucks.
Yeah, that's Lou
And
Malnati's.
I think I tried a couple kinds when I was there, and I just said, I don't think this stuff is all it's cracked up to be.
Dave, cheeseburger, is it a good pick?
Yeah, there was 2 answers there. I think Chief took the other one I was considering.
All right. Cheeseburger off the board. Chief, you're up again.
Should have taken burrata again. Really doubled down, you pussy.
That's Italian.
I was
You
joking.
fuck. I'll take Mount Rushmore as my monument. So I think the monument category is actually sneaky super deep too.
Yeah, that's very deep.
But I remember, so this is a while ago, we'll just say it. I went to Mount Rushmore and I took an edible, and I remember there was fireworks going on all behind it, and you would like walk around the park and you like, I don't know what it is about those giant statues, but it looks like you're looking them in the eye. Like the eyes like follow you like the Mona Lisa.
Like, yeah.
And so I had like an experience up at Mount Rushmore. I thought that place was awesome. So I love Mount Rushmore, and like hard to nitpick
Can you
those
name
4
the
guys.
4?
Jefferson, Washington, Lincoln, Teddy Roosevelt.
Teddy Roosevelt, yep.
Yep. So
Wow, impressive.
big Teddy Roosevelt guy, big Lincoln guy. So so I'll take Mount Rushmore.
I see. That's
I
interesting
think-
you say that, because I've always heard that it's one of those things you show up and then you're like,
Oh, there it is.
okay.
Oh,
And you just-
really? I
yeah.
thought. I mean, it's fucking huge
Yeah.
too. Like, I don't think you get like the true, like understanding of how big it is until you're there. Because I kind of feel that way about the Statue of Liberty. Like the Statue of Liberty, like you think it's this giant thing, then you get.
Yeah, it's not that big.
It's not that big. The other fun fact I love about Mount Rushmore. This is like one of my
I knew it was
favorite. This
coming.
is one of my
You
favorite.
ready for this, Biz? This is a good
fucking
fact.
facts in the world.
It's a
I
good
love
fact.
this.
I guarantee I don't know it too.
Oh,
I
you
guarantee
don't.
you don't. So if human beings just disappeared off the face of the earth like in an instant, there's only 2 things that would survive that would let like another like alien species landing here know that humans ever existed. Everything else would be like covered by vegetation, like retaken back by the earth.
Right.
One of them is Mount Rushmore, and the other one is the ancient pyramids in Egypt. Those are the only 2 things that are like man-made things that would survive like 10,000 years. It's a good fact. It's a good fact.
Shit, my mind's in a pretzel.
Yeah, I bet it
and,
is.
and also, I think when you think of people as one of the categories, you just combine 4 very
Yep.
important people to the history of America in one and use it as a landmark. Like, fuck, that might be number 1, boys. I think we're fucked.
My top 3 is pretty strong. I'm feeling good so far.
Well, I think that Mount Rushmore is way down the list on landmarks. Personally, I was fighting. I thought you
Took
were going
my
to take. That's fine. That sounds like you had a nice time there.
I did. I had a great time there.
I'll be interested to see how that translates, but
Mount Rushmore, you
yeah.
don't think it translates?
I think it does.
Okay.
But people like don't feel strongly about. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think it's also one of those things that most people haven't seen in person. Most people have
Yeah,
seen it
yeah.
on like a postcard or in a school book, so that might hurt me. But I think
But
if
it's
you,
a good pick.
It's a great
Yeah,
pick.
it's a-
yeah.
White Sox, Dave, you're up.
Born down in a dead man's town. The first kick I took was when I hit the ground. Wound up like a dog that's been beat too much till you spend half your life just covering up. Born in the USA. Born in the USA. I was born in the USA. Born in the USA. That's my pick.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I think
Boss.
that's a home run song.
The Boss.
Great, thank
The Boss.
you, Dave. That
One
was
of the
nice.
best.
That was a good rendition.
Yep. Are we gonna get sued for that?
I don't know.
I think
we might hit the
I think we'll be okay.
the copyright signal. Good pick. Good pick.
How do you say it's good? That's a fucking great pick.
Yeah. It's a good pick. It's a really good pick.
People love The Boss.
Oh yeah,
So,
people love the Boss.
Yeah.
Surprised Glenny wasn't all over this one.
It was on my list. That was on my list, definitely. But once again, this is like, I think Born in the USA is the right song. I just think American Girl is a great song. I think that's the best song on the list. I'm now realizing that I probably could have done another song by another artist I enjoy that doesn't have USA in it, and I'm kind of regretting that. But
I mean,
whatever.
that's the thing. Like, I mean, some of these songs. Well, is American Girl? That's not a song about America, technically. It's just like
I think it
American
just
Girl,
said-
you know.
It said America.
but-
The title or about America.
Right, exactly. So I mean, it's a home run pick.
Well, I literally
but-
went on Spotify, typed in America, and just wrote down some stuff that I saw of that.
Yeah, nice little strategy there.
All right. Biz, Born in the USA, that does something for you?
If I would have had more time to prepare, I would have came out guns a-blazing. I thought he executed it. He tried to hand it off at the chorus. Nobody bit, and then he took it back and dominated it. I think it's a fucking kind of like the last time I chimed in. I think that's fucking probably number one.
It's a good pick.
All right. Biz, you're up again.
People. I had Hugh Hefner.
That's
Yeah.
a
I
fucking beautiful pick, Biz.
Yeah, I think it pops too because I think
Oh,
it's
yeah.
definitely a worldwide name. I think that he was the first one to make it okay where you're putting naked women in a magazine. Like he just kind of took that next step, and he went out on a limb and he took a risk and he crushed it.
Yep.
And he's a sex symbol, sex icon, whatever you want to call him, and think of every young boy probably cranked one off to one of his magazines. So he through a major period of, and then eventually the video form. So for a major period of time, at least one sex knew who the fuck what Playboy was and what he'd created, and probably who he was. So Hugh Hefner is a big part of American history.
You also
And
just took
also
the American
well-known.
dream too. Like that's just
Oh,
the
yeah, of
American
course.
entrepreneur. Well, how are you going to be an entrepreneur? I'm gonna just fuck all these hot girls and then put them naked in the magazine.
And then every it girl is knocking at your door to be on your magazine to take the next step in their career, and you're
Yeah,
Hugh Hefner.
So that's a great pick. It was not on my list, and it should have
It
been.
was not mine.
Yeah.
Like when I thought of person, I was like, that's like
That-
a good example.
That
I
might
was
be the
talking it through.
most indisputable pick of the draft so far. I really
you.
think so.
Chicago
It's
guy
such
too.
a pleasant experience.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Biz, you're doing great, man.
I figured it out quick.
Yeah, you did. You did. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed.
Thanks,
Actually, before I make my third round pick, guys,
Oh, you fucking asshole. Here we go again. I mean, I'm trying to make it sound real.
no, I know. I appreciate it. All right.
Let's keep rolling. Keep rolling. What's the ad?
The beef kits, they're in front of us. If you're watching on YouTube right now, you see these beautiful beef kits. Go get yours, Dave. What's in there, Dave?
You
What
got
can
your
they get?
mezzo jardiniere, and you got your Italian beef seasoning. You'll need to go to Jewel or Mariano's, wherever, and pick up about 5 pounds of beef. I meant it's Friday afternoon, you fucking cocksuckers. Just go and pick up 5 pounds of fucking cow, whatever you call it.
Go get the beef kit, tasterealchicago.com. You can find everything there. You got the jardiniere, you got the seasoning. All you got to do is buy the beef, the broth, and the bun. So go do that. Also, big news, JP Graziano's, they have a night window now, guys.
Love that.
So that means people who, if you've been working late, if the only day you can get out there is on Saturdays, that means you could finally get out there a little later. It's open from 6 to 1 a.m.
And what's the only complaint you've ever heard about JP's?
It's that, I can never get down there. I can't have it. I want
Because
to try
they,
JP's,
they
but I
are
can't.
so hell-bent on delivering fresh, amazing sandwiches that if they run out of bread, they're out of bread for the day. So they close pretty early on a lot of days because they sell so many fucking sandwiches. Now you don't got to worry about that because the night window is open at it.
Yup, he figured out a way to fucking make it work. Jim, he's the best. And his crew, they're working hard over there. They're going to be out there if you're having a couple beers in the West Loop. Stop at JP Graziano. They're delivering till 10 as well. Just make sure you get that delivery order in by 9:30. But regardless, the night window's here, people. Go check it out till 1 a.m. on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So, all right, here is my third round pick. Hugh Hefner off the board. It's to me. I need to go either person, landmark, or food. This is tough because everything's still pretty deep. Actually, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. This may not get a ton of love from you guys because I know you're you're not wrestling guys, but I'm a real American. It's fucking Hulk Hogan.
Oh, dude, yeah. You don't have to be a. I mean, that would have been
That it transcended for you guys.
Yeah, for
okay,
sure.
I'm
For me,
happy
it
to
did.
hear that.
Big time.
When we started talking about Rocky, I like obviously living in America, but like immediately Hulk Hogan's walkout song or whatever the fuck they call it, popped in my head too.
Hulk Hogan, real
Yeah.
American. I mean, yeah, he
I mean,
wore-
that GIF, when he's playing the guitar in like red, white, and blue stars and stripes.
Yeah, fictional character, but Hogan was the real deal. Biz, did you watch wrestling? You like Hogan?
So because it's his persona, you consider it a fictional character?
Yeah, his real name is Terry Bollea. It's a fact. But Hulk Hogan is Hulk Hogan at this point. Art becomes reality.
100%. He's kind of found a balance in between the two.
Yeah, and not
He's morphed into one, so that's why I laughed at your comment.
His Twitter account's unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't know if I think he's you think he's world renowned?
I do actually.
I think he is.
I think he's pretty worldwide.
Dude,
I'll say this. I'm confident in my pick because I don't think he's more world renowned than Hugh Hefner.
Yeah. I'd say it's close. I
say
think
it's
everyone knows
closer
Hugh
than you
Hefner's
think.
brand, but I don't think everyone knows him. They know his brand.
I feel like the internet's going to like Hulkster more than Hef.
You think who people are going to
I
like
think the
it?
internet would like Hulkster more than Hef, like people voting.
Yeah, because the thing
But
is,
I respect Hef more, of course.
the
obviously.
patriotism with he wore it and he spoke it like that's like for all intents and purposes, Hefner was the American dream, but Hogan was like the more bigger patriot, I guess. Also, you acknowledge he has had some problematic moments.
Do you think that the reality show hurt or helped his PR, public image?
His reality show, what Hogan Knows Best?
Remember when they were doing that reality show?
I think
His
it probably-
life fell apart after that.
Yeah.
Like his wife
Increased his visibility though.
Yeah, his son got in trouble.
Yeah.
Probably hurt, but I don't know. Who really knows? But Hulkster's my pick. Glenny, you're up.
All right, I think this is the number one pick I had for food. It's one of my favorite, most American foods, I think. When you think American foods, I'm going to go with hot dogs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice and easy. Simple.
Very happy with hot dogs at 4.
I like hot dogs.
Oh, no, 3. Sorry, 3. Very happy with a hot dog at 3rd pick. I love a hot dog.
I'm surprised you were so confident that it would be there. I debated taking it there.
Well, I had hot dog with another one that I really liked, and luckily it's still there, so I had to go hot dog. Happy about that. Love hot dogs.
Okay. All right, hot dogs off the board.
Got nothing.
Any problem with hot dogs, Biz?
I would say corn dogs would be more American.
Really?
I love a corn dog. They probably taste better than a hot
Are they
dog.
one and the same? Are we kind of grouping
I don't
those
think
two
so.
together?
Are hot dogs a cuisine? I'm just joking. Great pick.
I mean,
it's-
Glenny was
shit.
about to jump through
Yeah.
the screen and choke me out. No, great pick, Glenny. And I think
appreciate
hot
it.
dogs are. I don't really like corn dogs.
I'll eat a corn dog, but
Yeah.
I don't like go out of my
Corn
way to
dogs
eat
are
a corn
good.
dog.
You got to get a corn
At
dog.
a fair?
It's not to like.
Yeah, that's the only time. They used to have that fair right outside
Yeah,
my
don't
street.
do the one where you got to fucking warm it up in the microwave. If you get one at a fair, it's good.
Okay.
All right, Glenny, what's your next pick?
All right, I'm going to go Landmark next. This is tough. I'm deciding between 2 here. Same location, but I'm going to go with the Lincoln Memorial. I love Abe Lincoln.
Yeah.
I think he's a great president, probably my favorite president of all time. And I think by far the coolest presidential memorial. The Washington Monument's just a big stick. Jefferson's right. He's got the circular motion. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What are you? We don't know this shit?
Well, you don't
Sorry.
say it anyways. Of course you know it,
I'm
but I
sorry.
mean, Biz might not.
I just thought. I'm sorry.
No,
I
I
take it
like
back.
this. I like this.
I take
we,
it
we
back.
got
Informative.
Biz.
I
He's
think it's
from
by far the
fucking
best
Canada.
presidential monument. I'm sorry for mentioning the other obvious ones that we were all thinking. My apologies.
Well, I'm the only one who
But-
doesn't have a monument or
But-
have a landmark.
I guess that's
Nonetheless, yeah, I'm very confident. I love it. It's very cool. It's a huge statue of Abe. He's sitting down. He's hanging out.
chilling, too.
Yeah,
He's
he's
watching
just
over
chilling.
the reflecting.
Just
chilling.
hanging out on his
Yeah.
big like throne.
Yeah.
He's like, come
It's
talk
fucking
to me.
sweet.
I'll listen.
It's
Yeah.
a sweet monument.
Yep.
Yeah. Good
Did
mind.
you see the movie with Daniel Day-Lewis?
I've seen parts of it, and it's
I
good.
prefer the vampire hunting movie personally. It's a great movie. You ever see that one, Biz? Oh my God, you got to check it
It's
out.
Abe
Came out,
Lincoln.
like,
It's Abe
2012.
Lincoln as a
Abraham Lincoln
vampire.
Vampire Hunter. It's on HBO Max right now. It's fucking sick.
Come on.
Sick. It's a great movie.
No.
The Confederates, they recruit vampires, and then Abe's a vampire hunter, and they fucking fight back. It's sick.
So you watched that front to back.
Daniel Day-Lewis is in that one
I saw it
too.
in the movies 10 years ago, and I still watch it. It's on HBO Max right now. I watched it last week at Marty's house. It's a great movie. Vampire bites Abe's mom, and he becomes a hunter. and then the vampires they become friends with Jefferson Davis, and then Abe's got a fucking.
I don't know if you're fucking with me or not.
I'm not.
That's
It's
a
on
real
HBO
movie.
Max. It's a sick movie. Great action.
Guys,
Check it
help
out.
me out here.
That's a
That's
real
a real movie.
I've
Biz.
never
Oh
heard
It's,
of
my-
it.
it's like
Shark-
Anthony
Sharknado?
Mackie's in it. No, like it's Anthony Mackie's in it. Fucking the lady from that other movie, Cloverfield. What's
Okay,
the
let
list?
me ask the other guys. Is it actually a decent movie? Will
I
I be
haven't seen it.
surprised
I've
at
never
the
heard of it.
quality?
It's
of
It's
the
like
acting and-
it's a Hollywood production. It's not like someone filmed in their basement.
Right.
Yeah, it's not like a Sharknado movie. Let me look up quickly what it is on Jeff D. Lowe's beautiful movie-rankings.net.
Yeah, check that out.
It's got a 57 out of 100. That's not that
All right,
bad.
there's worse
not
movies than that.
horrific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, like you would think that would be maybe like a 8.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 57.
Lincoln Memorial. You like that one, Chief? You're the history guy.
Yeah, I like the Lincoln Memorial, and then I feel like there's a lot of like conspiracies about that, where there's like gold and like treasure and shit like buried in it. I think there was another one that was like the original.
really?
Yeah, that's what they
Have
say.
you ever seen National Treasure?
That's
National
the
Treasure.
next,
Yeah,
next national. Did you just say that? The next National Treasure movie?
that is a National Treasure movie. Isn't that one of the plots of the National Treasure?
Yeah,
the second
I mean
one.
the gold.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah.
Um,
The real Lincoln with Daniel Day-Lewis is a 93 on MovieRankings.net, for the record. But yeah, great
So I'll
pick.
check that one out first.
I've seen
Yeah.
every part of it, just never in
Trust
order.
me, you want to see the vampires.
all right, Lincoln Memorial's off the board. It's back to me. I need a food or a landmark. All landmarks are taken, so I guess I got to go food here. I'm between two, and it's a fucking cage match. It's a big
Funnel
time cage
cake.
match. No,
I got funnel cake in my
I
mouth
mean
from-
people literally say they use the phrase. It's as American.
I know.
It's as American as apple pie.
I
So
know.
if
You
it's an
don't
American,
like pie.
I do like. What do you mean?
Am I confusing you with somebody?
No, you are for sure.
Okay.
No,
I don't
you're
like
definitely.
cake really.
Okay,
I'll eat
maybe it
it.
was Carl. Go ahead.
So I got to go with apple pie, and it was a cage match.
But that's such a. I see. I was thinking that too. It is such a fucking stupid quote because no one. I don't think anybody like puts America and apple pie together at all. Not like a fucking.
But there's a
cheeseburger.
reason why there's a phrase. I mean that just didn't
gotta
start
come from
because-
somewhere.
Yeah.
I think it's probably because there's alliteration. I think that's part of it. American apple, you know.
Who created pastries? Where did that originate?
I would say the French probably.
Probably.
That sounds like a French thing, yeah.
Well, there's your answer.
Where did apple pie originate? Oh, you want to do that, Ed?
What do you
Did
mean?
apple pie originate?
Originated in England.
There you go, Ed. So
How
it's-
does that make sense then? Why do people say this?
Well,
It's a
do
stupid
your
quote.
fucking research.
apple
How about
pie.
that?
It also says apple pie is an unofficial symbol of the United States,
Love that.
and
Yeah,
it's one of its signature comfort foods. So how about that? I mean,
I
it a
eat
comfort
it
food?
once a year, twice
Yeah.
a year, on Christmas and Thanksgiving. It is delicious, though. It's my favorite pie.
it's a good pie.
great
you like
pie.
apple pie?
Fucking
a little scoop of ice cream on
Yeah,
there.
hot as fuck.
I mean, it's Jim Levinson. Fuck the apple pie.
Yeah, he
it's
sure did.
They don't like he wasn't fucking cherry pie,
You got his attention with that one.
right, Biz?
You ever seen
I
American
would say
Pie?
that if you threw up, I would say that like a turkey at Thanksgiving is like it's an automatic. Whereas what are some things that are celebrated where you end up having pie afterward? Because even then you might actually end up going to what are some other pies that you would have?
Cherry, peach, pumpkin.
So you're saying strictly apple?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because it's saying it.
I bet you it's not even. I bet you it's not even top four pies eaten.
yeah,
it is.
yeah, it is.
Apple.
In
Yeah.
America,
I think it's number
Like you
one.
think,
It's
you think people
traditional
wouldn't
on
prefer
Thanksgiving.
strawberry pie?
No, I think the only one who's got a shot at fighting it is pumpkin.
Yeah,
but
maybe pecan
Those
pie.
are the two.
Maybe,
like
yeah.
every Thanksgiving, I
But
feel
apple
like
beats
every single home has apple and pumpkin pie
Okay,
on
well-
top of other pies.
I'm Canadian, so what the fuck am I talking about? I don't know. Not in my house. I'd rather have cheesecake.
Thank you, Biz. Cheesecake's good. You're up again, Biz. What do you need?
I need food,
And person.
and
no.
I was gonna go with s'mores.
It's a good pick.
S'mores. I don't think any other country is known for eating s'mores. I don't even know if other countries know what s'mores is.
I think
Americans,
all three
though-
ingredients are American too.
And I think you talked about the Sandlot earlier, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't they have s'mores in the movie at some point?
Yep, s'more what?
Yep.
You're
I
killing
feel
me,
like in
Small.
so many, so many of these iconic movies from the past will somehow find a way around a campfire to have s'mores.
I mean, that's Americana in the summer right there. You like you ride your bike and eat s'mores. Like that's American
Yep.
as a kid. So
so that's my answer for food.
Biz, I'm impressed. I'm impressed, man. You're
I
doing
feel
well.
like he might be the ambassador to America
Yeah.
after this.
Yeah, you wanna move into the embassy down here? Be a little
Sure.
what are they
I
called?
want to know if geez,
Diplomat?
Eddie. Whew. Hey, Eddie, did you have that in your list?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
I didn't have
It's
it.
a good pick.
I think
that's
it's fine.
I was
Even though I
between
think
one
they're
other
kinda
one,
trash.
but that wasn't it.
Do you guys like s'mores? I don't really like them.
I don't really love when my food gets messy, and I'm not a big marshmallow guy, but
don't
I
like
still
marshmallow,
respect the pick.
I'll eat them just because when in Rome. Like if I'm at a campfire, I'm definitely eating. Yeah.
All right, White Sox Dave, you're up.
Well, Chief stole this earlier. This is my miscellaneous pick. It's the American Dream. I mean, like fucking you, Ellis Island's over by the Statue of Liberty. That's like the epitome of the American Dream. Like fucking getting on boats and living with the rats and sewage. Vito, why?
I think it's extremely vague.
I'm explaining it right now. If
I love it.
explain why it's vague, because everybody else in the room
Do
knows
we have a second veto?
everybody knows what the American Dream is. It's like starting from
Glenny,
scratch.
Vito.
I think it's vetoable, but I also think it's just such a bad pick that I don't care. Leave it.
How is that a bad pick?
I don't know. I just don't think people are going to see the draft board and see the American Dream and be like, oh, let me take the American
hard
Dream.
to
I mean,
quantify.
David Portnoy's living the American Dream. Fucking.
I know David Portnoy's living the American Dream, but I feel like
That's
it's
like
not really
that's
like
why
a
people
thing.
come to this fucking country, and that's
It's a
why they've done it for
non-existent thing.
250 years. Yeah, it's an abstract
But
thing.
it's not like a concrete thing.
Of course, it's abstract, but that doesn't.
Like, on my miscellaneous, I had something else written that,
I
like,
need to
wasn't
hold
a
it in my
thing, and I
hand like
didn't
this
say it.
fucking cell phone for me to draft it.
Okay, then take the American Dream, Dave.
Yeah, I'm taking the American Dream, balls. Because that's as American as it gets. Are we not drafting like the most American things possible in this draft? The American Dream is literally why this country is a country. Balls.
I agree with that, Dave. I just don't think I don't think it's a draftable thing, but enjoy.
Is it not miscellaneous?
Chief.
I'm not vetoing. I think it's a good pick. I think it's a very good pick.
Really?
Yeah.
I was pissed when you said it out loud.
Okay, the American Dream. White Sox Dave, miscellaneous off the board. Chief, you're up.
I will take Party in the USA. Dave.
Ooh, nice.
I love it.
Party in the USA. That song gets the club going every single time. You put that on in the bar. You hit it
Party in the
on
USA.
touch tunes. All the girls get up. Great song at weddings too. Party in the USA. I'm having like a memory brain fog issue. I can't think of the girl's name.
Miley Cyrus.
Miley
Miley
Cyrus,
Cyrus.
yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. So, but yeah, I love that song. Like that song gets everybody going. So Party in the USA for the fourth round is my song.
Can
What?
I ask, do you think you just chiefed yourself a little bit there?
He might have. I mean, it's
Yeah.
got partying.
And I
but
like it. I drafted it as a
It's-
college song in the college draft.
I thought I did.
No, I did. You took Carly Rae.
Can we
Thank you.
switch
I always mix
that
them up.
whole chiefed yourself to a White Sox Dave yourself? Because he's
No, but your thing
statistically-
is like you start decent and then
or the wheels fall off.
yeah, like I feel like football
See,
cheeseburger Mount Rushmore and then like
Party
I don't.
in
But it's a
USA.
good song though. Nevertheless, it's a banger.
It's.
and I know Balls likes
You
this song.
It doesn't have
don't
the
get
traditional.
influenced. Yeah.
It doesn't have the traditional like the rest of the songs that have been
Yep.
picked. You know,
I mean, I think
it's too new. It's not a bad.
it's like 20 years old now, isn't it? 15
No,
years old.
It was when I was in college at 10, but
Okay.
it doesn't have the
So I
tradition
don't
behind
see-
it.
I think that's more of a USA song than Glenny's.
What was Glenny's again?
Sure.
American Girl.
American Girl, great song.
It is
But
a great
I'll-
song.
Party in the USA, Party in the USA was my second pick, so I
Okay.
think it's a great pick.
It's a good pick, but I don't know. I just wonder
If you're a
how.
little tuned in at the bar and you hear Party in the USA, you get hyped up. USA's in it. Great pick.
Like I think the
In
people,
fourth round?
the people showing up for your Mount Rushmore vote will be turned off by that, and vice versa. but that's my only,
Okay.
that's my, but it's a good song.
Yeah.
All right, you got a fifth rounder here too.
Yeah. You know who I'm taking?
Who?
Michael Jeffrey Jordan. So
That's
the guy,
such. See, I mean, sure.
what? The most famous guy in the world, spread basketball to every corner, spread the American dream to every corner. He is an American icon.
Yeah,
and
but it's just boring.
No,
But this
it's
is
not
like where
boring. He
Dave-
went to the dream team and like wore that USA across his chest in 1992 Olympics, and that is what took him from being Michael Jordan to like this global superstar with the brand is everywhere.
Absolutely.
And like he exported like American business and sports ideals to the rest of the world.
For sure.
Michael Jordan.
Like that. It's such an easy pick. I wouldn't have drafted it just because there's like nothing to say about it. Of course, it's Michael Jordan.
Yes, Michael Jordan.
Like I'm looking for fun banter on top of it.
You want to talk about tits?
Well, I just
you want me
like-
to take
Yeah.
Marilyn Monroe?
No,
and
and
you
I get
She-
there's the
she was on my list.
There's the Olympic factor, but I agree with Glenn. It's kind of like taking Sinatra. You know, like there's not
I don't picture him as like patriotic.
correct.
Yeah, but he also was associated to the Dream Team, which is probably
Yeah.
one of the most dominant
True.
performances as far as sporting in the
assemble-
Olympics.
yeah,
and
assembling
the amount of
talent.
global eyes it brought the sport. I tend to agree with the pick.
No, it's. I would never veto it. I think it's just. I think that was a Carl move. I think that was a Carl move
Why was that a Carl move?
because that's a Carl move. He would have picked Michael Jordan because it's Michael Jordan. You're going to see it on the graphic and it's like, oh, Michael Jordan. Of course, we got to pick Michael Jordan.
I mean, you do have to pick Michael Jordan.
Like, I would have. For this particular draft, absolutely not for me.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
I think he plays, and I think he is like
I kind of agree with Dave. I think
about the
there's a
Carl
little bit
element of
Carl
it. But I don't think it's like a pander. This is like insulting now. Like, do
Yeah,
you
you're
not
getting
put-
all rosy cheeked
Yeah,
over
I
here.
don't like being put in the same category as Carl. I'm the anti-Carl of this whole broadcast here.
Sounds like you're pandering.
I'm not
Barca
pandering.
Chicago,
I'm not
Barca
pandering.
Chicago, Michael
Ballsy.
Jordan.
That was the most pander
Ballsy.
move you have ever made, and if anybody's
but I don't
listening,
think it
like,
is a
is in
pander.
Brada Gang
It's all
talking
right,
about all
yeah.
this, like,
I don't
Don't
think
worry,
it's a
Dave.
pander.
He'll come on here the next month and talk
He
about true
influenced
yourself.
American sneaker
Yeah.
culture.
Yeah,
Is it
but
like
I'm not.
the
I'm not really a
association to Air
sneaker
Jordan?
guy.
I got
so.
Jordans. I got 3 pairs.
I'm trying to help you out for
No, I
Christ's
know,
sake.
but like this is like
Holy
I
fuck.
understand.
I'm gonna
I
get
understand.
billable hours here.
No.
We send you a fucking invoice after this.
Fucking help you out.
Yeah, no.
Randomly enough, I got this Jordans dealer out here, like that's his profession, kind of like a fucking drug dealer. And he hit me up here and says like, "Hey, do you like these?" I'm like, "Yeah, those are fucking awesome. How much?" He goes, $9,000. I'm like, "I'm out."
Jesus.
But thank you for thinking of me. He's like, "All right, well, let me know." I'm like, "I just did."
All right, Michael Jordan off the board. White Sox.
See,
Dave, you
like
need your
I
last
think
pick.
there's different ways you can go about this. Chief took the boring, unoriginal, just non. I mean, I'm not saying Michael Jordan's not a Patriot, but I'm going with John F. Kennedy. I think this is such a better pick. I mean, there's 1,000 fucking Kennedys. They're all fucking dead. He was a president, Bay of Pigs, all that stuff.
I agree with you,
think
Dave.
He reeks America.
Yeah,
He
I
reeks
think Chief
America.
agrees with you too.
no,
I think
like
he's-
I had JFK on my list, but what I was thinking was I already have Mount Rushmore. I already have 4 presidents, so I didn't want to go
No
back.
one's thinking that though.
I
The people
did.
voting. I don't think anybody's.
Well, I
would.
don't think about the people voting, Dave.
You just did when you picked Michael Jordan.
No, I didn't. He was the number 1 guy left on my board. I have JFK. I had Patrick Kane
Ask
listed
not
there.
what you can do for your country.
Yeah, I know
Ask or how does it go?
Yeah, close enough.
I was directionally correct.
Directionally correct. Yeah, I mean,
Ask not what your country.
Nah, that's a good pick. JFK is a good pick.
I
See,
think
I-
that's
I-
the best pick that you could possibly have for like just reeking and resembling American culture ideology. Like he's fucking handsome as fuck. Like he was a
Bonk.
mythical like figure almost. Until he
Hanging
got-
Marilyn Monroe.
Thank you.
Banging everybody. Yeah, I don't know. I
It's a
love
better pick than Jordan for sure.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
You're lying right now.
I'm not
You're being
lying.
disingenuous right
I'm
now.
not
Chief.
being
Well, the people will
disingenuous.
decide.
Yeah.
He's
the
being.
people-
I mean, I feel like Jordan's a better pick in just a person draft, but in an American draft, JFK is the pick.
Yeah. Yep.
Maybe I'm
Patriots, we'll
too
think of
deep
America.
into the Kennedy stuff, but I just he doesn't do it for me in this draft. Like he didn't even serve a full term. He's
He stopped the world from nuclear fucking
we're,
obliteration.
so we're talking about the Cuban Missile Crisis as a reason to.
I mean,
Pick
yeah,
JFK?
I
Okay.
mean, that's part of like his aura of being like as American as it can possibly get.
Capitulated to the
I mean, like a huge major part was 80, what was it, 70, 80 years, Cold War,
All right.
USSR.
We're getting Tom Brady here.
I'm
We're
not
getting Tom
done.
Brady.
I am not done. And
I agree with you. What do you miss? I'm defending you. I'm just saying. The proof is in
Go
the pudding, Dave. Biz, you're up.
Miscellaneous. That's my last one,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'll go with NASCAR.
oh, that
Because I think it
Yeah.
rivals football as far as being so American. I don't think they do NASCAR in any other country, that type of racing.
Formula One
I
is
be wrong?
massive in South America and Europe. I know. Like those guys are making like 50 million a year. Some of them.
Yeah, but that's F1.
Right. It's different. Yeah. Like car racing. I'm saying.
Yeah,
in the South,
they're
it
not
is
going
huge.
in just a circle. And how ridiculous the sport is, yet attracts so many people. I think they get about 200,000 people there.
crazy.
I think it has
Yeah.
a strong association to country music,
Yeah.
where it's a very southern event. All these foods that we've discussed are things that they sell at this event.
I think it's a great
It's a
pick.
carnival.
Good pick.
It's
Yeah.
probably the biggest carnival going in the United States of America.
At one point, it was.
Do you
the
like
biggest
it?
spectator-
Do you like it, Biz?
I think it's actually ridiculous. I respect it. There's probably a lot of things I don't know about it,
Yeah.
which would maybe make me gather interest about it. But no, I think it's so silly that they just waste fossil fuel and drive in a circle and a circle and a circle.
Biz, my
And then also on top of that, the risk of potentially losing your life.
which has
doing it.
happened quite a bit, not a bit, but I think that you would get into this. So we got the Chicagoland Motor Speedway or whatever it's fucking called up here, and my dad's buddy tried to talk me into going to their event that they had every year at Chicagoland, and my dad's like, "Fuck no, I don't want to watch NASCAR cars driving in circles." Finally, he convinced him to go one year. He goes every year since. He's like huge into it. He says it's a party. The tailgate's unbelievable. Like, it's just a riot, he said.
I've heard the tailgates are way more fun than the race.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, it's an
even go
experience.
That's what
there.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Every time you talk about one of these, it's like you go because it's like that's the big carnival in that area of the United States at that point. So if you kind of like going to a big ass party with drinking and some hot women around, and especially if you're from a small town in, let's say, Mississippi, where you don't get much action, well, you're going to the big race that happens once a year. It's like going to Woodstock.
Yeah.
That's the
Good
thing.
pick.
It's massive in the South. Where we're from, not at all.
I think you're wrong about that. Like the Joliet Speedway sells out.
But I mean, people.
It's
are
not
like,
the same. Though.
It's not the
It's not,
same, but
yeah.
I think it's
But it's not as.
I think it's just big for it's not just the South, it's anywhere rural. Like upstate New York is huge in upstate New York. Huge.
I know it. That's
Huge
probably
in,
a better way
huge
to
in
put
New
it.
Hampshire. Huge in like anywhere that's rural, they love their NASCAR.
And on top of that, look at the cars racing in it. All of them, I believe, are American manufacturers, correct?
I think so.
I think. Is it? I think Toyota's in there now.
Oh, they might be in there.
Okay.
Okay.
so.
Well, they're probably losing. They're not up the front with the Fords and the Chevys. So,
Definitely not with
it
Chevys.
branches out into so many aspects of American culture. That's why
Yeah.
I picked it for the miscellaneous
Good
aspect.
explanation. Good explanation.
You know what?
Thank you.
I'm impressed.
Biz has had a fucking. He's had a day.
Yeah.
He has had a day.
All right, it's to me. I need a landmark. So listen, all landmarks are gone, so I could talk about other picks. I know, the most patriotic one I could go here is the Liberty Bell, and there's other ones too. Don't get me wrong. So I was what I was between, but to me, one I've always been so entranced by is the fucking Golden Gate Bridge.
It's sweet.
It is awesome. Like every time they show it, Full House, whatever. I've always just been so. I don't know. It's just so fucking. It's so cool. I know it's like falling apart now. But
They have to paint it every single day.
Yeah, every single day. So by the time they're done painting it,
They go
have to
back the
start
other
over.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that fact too.
At the time in the 30s, it was like
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
So they just paint a little bit. Well, they paint a section like every single day of the year, and then the weather, like the mist and the salt from the ocean, and it's in the wind and all that, erodes it all away. So by the time they get to the other end, they just start painting again and paint the other way. So that's how it stays red.
Pretty simple.
stumped.
Yeah,
Stupid.
pretty simple concept.
No, it's just so dumb. Like, did they not think about that before they put it up?
no.
They
Why
probably
did they
didn't.
even paint it? Why wouldn't you want to give it that rust look? Or is that bad for it?
I think, yeah. Would you want to get on a
Corrosion
giant
or
rusty
something.
bridge? Yeah, and it also is like to preserve
Corrosion,
it too. Yeah, it's like a Yeah.
Well, they said it was busting. It was busted anyway. So
Yeah, it's
maybe
like
they should just get.
just build a new one.
it's hurting, but it's beautiful. It's honestly a great bridge, and it's like just, I mean, American engineering. That was
Yeah.
a fucking barrier, dude. So
You a big bridge guy? You like bridges?
I
Talking
feel
about how
like-
it
What's your
needs
second
fixing
favorite
up
bridge?
and then pumping the engineering aspect of the United States. Okay.
Yeah. What's your second favorite bridge, Ed?
I'm not that big of a bridge guy. Now you're making me sound like I'm special, but I don't like. I don't. I'm not. But I think it's a beautiful bridge.
Yeah, it is. It's cool.
Is it,
In the
I
scope
think-
of how long bridges are supposed to last, has it been around long enough to where the expectations that it's starting to fall apart is okay? Has it been up for 100 years?
Ooh, that's a good question. Let's look it up.
San Francisco's probably a pretty young city since it's the West Coast.
1937 is when it was done.
So about what is it, 90,
84
85
years.
85
84.
years.
All right, Mr. Irrelevant, Glenny Balls, take us away.
All right, this was tough because like literally you guys took none of my American people, so I have so many written down. I'm just gonna read them all off and then just pick.
Yeah. No, read them all off.
Forrest Gump, Abe Lincoln, Elvis, Tom Hanks, Ted Williams, Rob O'Neill, the guy who shot Bin Laden, Rocky, Captain America, or Pat Tillman. I don't know who to pick out of those guys. There's a lot of good Americans.
Those are good
there.
ones.
I have no advice for you
Yeah, those are
because that's a tough.
pick
That's
your poison balls. I mean, I think they're all pretty equal. I would say maybe a couple.
I
in
already
there.
did baseball, so I'm going to throw Ted Williams out, although he's the most patriotic baseball player, I think. I already did Abe Lincoln Vampire Hunter, so he's out. I don't think Forrest Gump is going to get the votes. I don't think people will respect Forrest Gump, even though I love
this
Forrest
is my
Gump.
like. I think that would be such a fucking awesome pick, just because it would generate conversation about the movie. Who gives a fuck it? Like that would be a fucking awesome pick, and I don't know.
Pat Tillman, how could you not take Pat Tillman?
Yeah.
And then Captain America. I mean, what's more American than Captain America?
I don't know. I've never seen it.
I've never seen it either. I know who he is.
Yeah,
obviously.
he's got that shield.
Captain America, he's a little scrawny kid from Brooklyn, and he took the super soldier
Oh, he's from
serum,
Brooklyn?
and then
I'm
he
out
became
then.
Captain America.
We don't like New York here.
You know what? Forrest Gump's my favorite movie. I'm going Forrest Gump.
Forrest
I
Gump.
love that pick balls. I don't think it'll play,
Forrest Gump.
but I
I don't think it'll
it's
play at
an
all.
outside
but
the
when you look at
box.
Forrest Gump's life, tell me more of an American than Forrest Gump.
There isn't one.
He beat the opposing country in ping pong. He is a war hero
Nam.
in Vietnam.
Yeah.
He is a Heisman Trophy winner
At Alabama.
He's done everything. He invested
like,
in
and then I
Apple.
met the president
He's as American as you
again.
can get.
There we
No,
go.
Forrest Gump is my pick.
Mr.
Invested
Irrelevant.
in Apple.
But very relevant
Invested in
because he was in
Apple.
everything.
At the top.
Some
he
little
got it at
fruit
the
company.
beginning. He started Bubba Gump Shrimp. There's one in Times
And
Square.
that's actually a real thing now too.
There used to be one on Navy
I know.
Pier. I don't know if there still is.
I think
There's
there
one in
is.
Times Square.
Yeah.
I think I went to the one on Navy Pier when I was like 13.
Forrest Gump. All right, I'm going to read them through, then we'll do a couple honorable mentions, and we'll get out of here. Chief, Football, Cheeseburger, Mount Rushmore, Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus, Michael Jordan. White Sox, Dave, Pizza, Statue of Liberty, Born in the USA, Bruce Springsteen. The American Dream, John F. Kennedy. Biz, Hollywood Sign, Living in America by James Brown. Hugh Hefner, S'mores, NASCAR. Eddie, The Flag, America the Beautiful by Ray Charles. Hulk Hogan, Apple Pie, Golden Gate Bridge. Glenny, American Girl, Tom Petty. Baseball, Hot Dogs, Lincoln Memorial, Forrest Gump. Let's do songs first. God Bless the USA by Lee Greenwood.
Yeah.
Love that.
yeah.
That might be my dad's all-time number one favorite song. Like
Really?
he plays that song, he'll sing it. I know that song by heart because I heard it in the car so many times. I remember we were at a wedding one time and they put it like a family wedding. They put it on and they all like came around to my dad and like sang it around my dad. Like he's like known for being the Lee Greenwood guy.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Real American by Hogan, I said. Francis Scott Keys, Star
National
Spangled
Anthem.
Banner.
American Pie.
American Pie.
Yeah.
Kurt,
American Pie, I also had starred, but then again, another one
That's
I
not
didn't know
an
if this is
American
American
song,
or
though.
not.
That'd have been
I remembered it halfway through, like We Didn't Start the Fire is an extremely American song. I don't know if I could have done that.
Yeah, that
Eddie,
would have
what's
been a great
happening
call.
right now? Are you reading off the most popular answers by fans?
no, like other ones that like weren't picked, but like the best of the rest. You know, like do you have any ones that didn't
Okay,
make it, Biz?
okay.
That you like?
Oh no! I was just wondering because you guys said who picks the winner? You guys vote on it now.
We
No,
put
on
out
a
a-
Twitter
fans vote
poll.
on it.
Yeah,
we put out a
after it
graphic.
comes out. Yeah.
Yep.
We got to mention Toby
So
Keith.
do half the people who are voting maybe not even listen. They just
That's
look.
part of that's somewhat of an issue. Yeah.
But it not necessarily. But some people who vote definitely aren't listening.
You can
for
tell.
Sure.
Yeah.
Courtesy of the red, white, and blue, Toby Keith. I mean,
Yeah.
I think
Put a boot in their ass. It's the American way.
Biz brought it up. I think country music would have been a awesome answer.
well, are we doing this? Well, that was for songs. Any other songs? Anybody?
Country roads. I feel like there's so many songs that
Yeah.
are about like they don't mention
had,
America or USA like in the title or in the
Exactly.
You
lyrics.
guys said
but
John
they're-
Denver, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You had that, Biz. Miscellaneous, the Bald Eagle.
Okay. Yep.
Fireworks.
I had national parks in general. Like other countries, I think Canada does, but like most countries in Europe don't really have national parks. Like that's something that we really invented, and I think that's kind of sweet that we just have all this land set aside just for nature.
Preservation.
Good one.
Yeah, you know, across my mind after I gave baseball, I didn't think of the idea of movies. Like, would Independence Day or like Top Gun have played here?
Top Gun would have been a
Top
great
Gun.
answer.
I watched
for
it
sure.
last night. It was on.
I feel like
Cinemax.
those Independence
Or
Day.
Showtime.
It's more American than that.
Yeah.
That would have been a great miscellaneous pick. I kind of shot myself in the foot on that one. Movies didn't cross my mind.
Yeah, I didn't mean either.
Theoretically, I could have done Forrest Gump as a movie.
Yeah, I mean, movie could have been a category. Now that I think of it, I love the Great Seal. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Person. Anybody else? I had Uncle Sam.
I mean, there's a billion of them. Glenny listed off a ton of great, both real and fake people.
For fake ones, I was thinking John McClane from
Okay.
Die Hard.
Die Hard, for sure. Absolutely.
I had
I thought
G.I.
of him
Joe.
too. I thought of Walt Disney.
Okay.
So when I was in
Jack Chan,
elementary school,
extremely racist.
I'll for some reason I'll always remember this that for instance, you see the movie The Patriot. Whenever they play like the little music in the background, it's Yankee Doodle's like synonymously known around the world as being the American song, just like the little whistle.
Yankee Doodle.
Yeah, like the little. That's like the American song.
Neil Armstrong, John Glenn, like the astronauts for
for
people
sure.
too.
Kid Rock.
Kid
Homer
Rock.
Simpson.
Oh,
That would have been a good one. I mean, he's a prototypical American
What
dad.
about
Yeah.
you could have Olympians too, like Michael Phelps.
Yeah.
That Carl Lewis.
I did have Patrick Kane on my list.
Was he the one who fucking gave
You like G.I. Joe?
H Dog the
I
middle
wasn't a
finger?
GI Joe guy.
No, I'm trying to think. Jesse Owens.
Jesse
that
Owens,
would have been
yes,
a great
yes.
pick.
That was,
Yeah.
yeah.
Jesse Owens would have been a fantastic pick.
Telling Hitler,
Steve
fuck himself
Mahalik.
in
This morning.
Berlin.
Steve Mahalik won Mr. America in '78, I think it was. R.I.P.
Okay.
Oprah.
Oprah.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have drafted
John
really.
Wayne, if you want it, like that was
Yeah.
the name I was kicking
Yeah,
around.
what's his face?
I actually had Frank Sinatra down.
Did you
Did
really?
you guys already say that?
See, but
I had,
I don't think Sinatra's like an American though.
I agree, Balls.
I mean, he like didn't he make Vegas popular? Didn't he make Vegas cool?
Yeah, he did.
He's like the cornerstone of
Vegas would have been a
that
great
period
answer.
of time, like Hollywood entertainers. And he made the live performance. I think he had like when you have a residency in Vegas. He also helped out Quincy Jones become who Quincy Jones is.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
Got that.
Yeah.
He also helped
So-
Good friends
JFK
with Don
become who
Rickles. Don
JFK
Rickles
was.
was. I was thinking about doing Don Rickles for a pick as my person, but
I like
I don't know.
Don
I don't think Don Rickles and think Patriot.
So the food I was between, besides apple pie, was wings.
I had wings. I had a BLT on there. Chocolate chip cookies are from America. I was very close.
Meatloaf?
To yeah.
Clint Eastwood.
Wait,
I
what did
also
you
had like
say?
ribs
Meatloaf?
and brisket and chili, different parts of barbecue.
Chili is not barbecue.
Oh yeah. Ribs.
Chili is absolutely barbecue.
How?
Chili is.
Chili is on every barbecue menu in the world,
Yes.
probably.
You go to fucking Smoke Daddy or any other of right around here.
So when I cook chili on my stovetop, I'm cooking barbecue.
You don't have to. It's a part of the
So it's
barbecue
more of it's a
experience.
barbecue side, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's on the
It's a
barbecue
part.
menu.
It's a part of the
like I was
barbecue
saying, ribs,
experience.
brisket,
I
pulled pork.
could not disagree with you guys more.
It's
That's
absolutely.
That's not barbecue. Baked beans and beans, like you could make an argument that's a side for barbecue, but chili is like its own thing.
Clam chowder.
Clam chowder, yep.
That's
You like
regional.
meatloaf, huh, Biz?
What about turkey?
I don't mind meatloaf.
I mean turkey because of Thanksgiving.
I said that earlier. Yeah.
I was gonna try to draft like just the Thanksgiving whole set.
I mean, you could have for miscellaneous. You tried to
You
Thanksgiving.
couldn't draft that for food, you don't think?
I could have took miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous Thanksgiving because
Blooming onion.
that's I mean that's Australian.
What about
Biz.
just like a hearty steak? No one said steak.
Yeah.
I mean, hey Biz, isn't rodeo pretty big in Canada?
The Calgary Stampede.
Yeah. Oh, big time.
Yep.
I mean, you guys have you guys got good cattle up there. I'm sure you guys probably cook up fucking awesome porterhouse steak, right?
Oh, big time. Yeah. And I think they have a lot more of it that's grass fed. I think there's certain rules in the United States because of the way that the meat's controlled, where I think at least 60 days out before it's killed, it has to at least turn to corn. I may be off on this.
I think that's most beef, and then you can get the beef that is, they call it grass finished here, which they just eat grass, no corn their whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's more common in Canada. And
That's
I think
better.
in England too. Well, that's probably just because they have more available green grass and more fields. But anyway, I don't know how we got on that subject.
Any landmarks?
I was close to taking Arlington National Cemetery.
Dude, how is the White House not drafted? That was like it was between the Statue of Liberty and the White House for me.
I didn't even have the White House or the Capitol. on there.
I mean that is if like I'm thinking in movies, it's like in TV shows when it's like
Yeah, it's
country
whatever,
like
it's the
war,
fucking
just
White
like
House.
get the White House on the phone.
Yeah.
you know.
It's the White House.
Yeah.
And when they say the White House, they mean get the Americans on the phone.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone likes to get a little cute and like be like, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like the White House, of course.
don't-
Would that have been like
Necessarily-
a Michael Jordan pick?
Nah,
No, it
Michael
wouldn't have
Jordan was something.
been. That was such a
Fuck you guys. Jordan is absolutely like, I'm thinking of a guy who took our culture and put it somewhere else, and that's why I took Michael Jordan. Anyways,
Ballsy.
I mean, I had a few. You mentioned Liberty Bell's a great one. The Alamo.
Alamo's good.
I think the 9/11 Memorial Ground Zero would be a great one.
I
I just
haven't
don't
made it
think
there
it's a little whatever.
balls. Next
And
time
then,
I'm out there, can we go there?
Yes, I've actually never been there. I've only been. I think I went once before it was finished.
It's very nice.
Yeah, I have
Yeah,
to.
and then I had the St. Louis Arch, the gateway to the West. I find that to be very cool.
Oh.
Symbolization of moving west. You know,
Yeah.
checking out the other side of the country. Huh? Gateway to the West.
Yeah.
Manifest destiny is what we call it in these parts. Balls
Oregon Trail, baby. Is that Manifest Destiny?
from sea to shining
When
sea.
we just took over all the rest of North America.
yeah.
Nice.
Yellowstone as a national park. I think Yellowstone.
I've never
is
been there. I got to get there as
It's
soon as possible.
awesome.
I
It's
have
awesome.
to-
Is that
I
the one
have
that's
to
going to
get
blow
there.
us all up, though?
Yeah.
All right.
So you just got to go there before it blows us all up.
What about DJs? Someone could have taken DJs.
I could have. Biz, you got any more?
On landmarks?
Yeah.
What about Biz's
No, I
Scottsdale,
put,
Arizona slam pad? That's probably a national monument.
I
at this
had
point, right?
I was trying to be funny here. I put Margaritaville. Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville.
That's
I mean,
actually a
it's
good pick.
It's
yeah.
a good summer song, and I think when I think of American songs, I think it's summer. So
Did Whitney help you at all, Biz?
No.
No, this was.
yeah, I thought he did great.
You did great, Biz. For never
in the
listening,
running.
I'm impressed, man.
I think honestly, if he would move his draft order around a little bit, he might have a shot at winning.
Yeah, I don't know who's gonna win. Biz, thank you, man. Thanks for doing this.
Oh, and then miscellaneous to finish it off. I had garbage disposals. That's not something that's common anywhere else in the world.
Really?
Really? You don't have garbage disposals in Canada?
The reason Canadians started doing it was when I was younger. No, it was not very common. We never had one in our house. When I built my house in Welland, don't have one. I think now it's starting to become more common, but I think that was started in the States. Had to have. Could you check it out?
Yeah, I mean, that's shocking. Mine's been broken for a couple weeks, and I'm thinking I'm just going to be homeless because it's like that important to how I live. Like, I might as well just
You don't
live
realize
outside.
how important they are. Those
Yeah.
and ice makers until you don't have them
Ice
anymore.
makers is a big one, too.
I had country music for miscellaneous. Non-metric system. That was another thing.
which
That's
is
a
the
good
dumbest
one.
thing on earth.
Yeah, it was founded in Racine, Wisconsin, Biz.
The garbage disposal?
Yeah.
It's a good one.
And then sororities and frats. I think
I've
it's the
never thought of
weirdest
that
thing in the
either.
world, but
They
Yeah,
do
they
have them
are
in
weird.
Canada, too, though.
you got your brothers up there?
Once again, probably something that they embedded what was the word I'm looking for?
Imported.
Inherited from the United States.
What are a few other blatant things that you guys don't have that you're like, whoa, they got this down here. This is awesome. That's just like part of everyday life for you now. Like a garbage disposal, for instance, something subtle like that.
Oh man, you're gonna have to give me a few minutes to think about
Nah,
that.
don't
You
worry
guys will have
about
to keep talking.
No
What
big deal.
are some
It's
things
all
that
right.
you guys have that we don't?
Yeah, that's a better question.
Okay, that's a great question.
Besides,
So
like,
as far as
healthcare.
like little things, ketchup chips. You guys don't have ketchup chips?
Never heard
Never
of it.
heard of it.
I like them, and some people all dressed chips is another thing you guys don't have.
Never heard of it.
They exist now. But
Anything besides chips? Or is that it? Canada's
There's
got
a
a
lot
lot of
of-
chips.
There's a lot of foods out there that you guys
Poutine?
don't carry.
Yeah,
but no, I
poutine.
can't think of anything
I never heard of
crazy
that
off
until
the
you
top of
told
my
me
head.
about it.
There was a place open here. I think it was in the West Loop. There was a poutine place in Chicago, and I think it lasted about like 8 months.
Yeah, because I remember you went to it and you're like,
Yeah.
I'm going to this poot. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I went
And you
with,
came-
Ryan Farrell, my Canadian buddy.
That's just.
He's so good, man. We got to get more poutine.
Do you guys
here.
want to get into a nationalized healthcare discussion? We could do that because you have that in Canada and we don't have that here.
That's why we brought you on for real,
Yeah.
actually, Biz. We want to talk about healthcare.
Yeah, I think it's got its benefits. And it's, oh God, we
don't want to talk about that.
No, we're joking, we're joking,
Intertwined
we're
with politics. Listen, free healthcare is awesome. I mean, mind you, like there's sometimes I've been sick up there that I've had to wait, 14 hours to see a doctor. So it has its pros and cons, that's for sure. I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
thank you, Biz.
I don't want to get canceled from Canada.
Biz, I hope you had a good time because, like I said, I have your next category picked out. So in a couple months or so, we gotta have you back.
So you guys get to know it in advance?
No, I'll tell you. They don't know it. I
don't know
I
it.
have
I
it in
know
my
it.
head. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We'll keep it between. We'll tell you after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah.
Well, you might as well just say it now.
Hey,
We'll just cut it out.
Guys, thanks for having me on. This was awesome. I think I got the hang of it, and maybe if I win this one, you guys will have to have me back on.
For sure. Glenny, thank you too.
Balls, I love you, Balls.
We'll see you,
Love you guys
Glenny.
too.
All right, everybody.
See you, boys.
That's it. We won't be on next week, so completely dark next week. No shows. So last draft, we'll pick it up again in 2 weeks. We'll see you then.